Bison Football Show with Coach Tim Polasek. Brought to you by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
Payton wants the deep ball for Raja Nelson. He caught it. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Holy cow. And it was at that moment where we officially had liftoff, Coach, for this 2025 Bison football season. Raja Nelson with a diving 34-yard touchdown catch, the season opener at the Citadel. Along with Coach Tim Polasek, I'm Sam Neidermann. It is the Bison Football Show, our first one of the year. Coach, great to have you back. Congratulations on the season opening win.
Yeah, thanks. It felt like a long time coming. You know, just a long football camp in the first quarter, you know, with the rain, and then we were able to start diving into the playbook. And then obviously scoring points in the middle eight. And so, you know, for Raja to make that play and Cole to put that ball right on the money was really a sign of things to come in the third quarter as well.
It was a huge highlight, and there were plenty of them as well as the Bison rolled to a 38-0 win over the Citadel. Let's get into our first half highlights here, Coach, presented as always by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. The pregame pageantry, our nation's colors being presented by all the cadets there at the Citadel. It was quite the scene before kickoff.
It was awesome. It reminded me a lot about being in that Air Force. And then the cannons were so loud, it actually surprised me one time in the middle of a conversation with one of their coaches. But our guys were clearly ready to go, and I really appreciate the environment early on.
No doubt. Well, we start things off. Opening drive, first pass from Cole Payton, incomplete, looking for Bryce Lance in the flat. As you mentioned, Coach, conditions were wet and rainy. Take us through how things were trying to get into gear on the early going.
Well, it just, you know, it was one of those plays that we wanted to keep on the openers if it was wide open, you know, just spin it out there. But you can see getting under center is actually really hard. And the rain was consistently coming down, and so I think we should have stayed probably in a little more shotgun early on just to prevent that firm exchange with the center quarterback.
And that would bring us to 3rd down and 12 on this opening drive. Cole Payton over the middle, fluttering ball. Chris Harris intended target, just couldn't quite hang on. That would force a Bison punt. Then the Citadel, though, they were fumbling the ball around in the rain as well. Near pick 6 by Logan Kopp.
I think that's the first ball I've seen Logan Kopp drop. You know, so at that time I was like, okay, it's a little bit slick. You know, we need to look it in, and we need to finish these plays. But it was really difficult handling the ball. Thank God we got the run game, you know, established with some real aggressive running from BK. I thought the young old lineman up front did a good job providing some opportunities.
Got a lot of push indeed. 24 yards there for Barica to get things going on this drive midway through the first quarter. 3rd down and 8. Short pass complete to Bryce Lance. Short of the sticks, though. Lined up on 4th down, had the delay of game, had to punt, and then the Citadel gets it back, but Code Green was funneling up their option.
Well, exactly, and we were trying to draw them off sides on the delay of game, so we were pretty clean from that standpoint, but Code Green goes out there and just responds, gets the ball back to the offense, and we were playing great complementary football. We were moving it on offense. We just couldn't sustain anything. Late
first quarter, still scoreless. Cole Payton gets it going. Raja Nelson, 26 yards.
Yeah, the rain had dissipated a little bit, and I knew, you know, we felt good about the throw game going with some matchups. And then you see Cole, his explosive ability when he does decide to pull it down and run. It's a little bit scary for defenses.
No doubt. He was just starting to get warmed up with his legs. 27 yards here to get the Bison in the red zone, and it would go into the second quarter with a field goal. The Bison get on the board with Eli Ozick, 31-yarder. 3-0 NDSU. Coach, that would take us to our Midwest Dairy drive of the game. Dairy is your game day MVP. Its high-quality protein helps build muscle while powering our team through practice, game day, and beyond. For better performance and everyday health, Dairy helps us all bring our best game. 12-play, 90 yards. It's the first touchdown drive, Coach.
Yeah, well, we started off with an unbelievable play-action pass, meaning Cole had to progress to number 2 and 3 in the read key, and he just pounded it. And I really liked how we were, you know, pushing the pile. We were getting to the ball. We were emphasizing those things. And DJ's running hard right there. And then, you know, obviously BK comes back in and converts another first down.
Yeah, Barica able to move the sticks with some help from the Rams. There's that pile push, as you mentioned, Coach, and it keeps the drive going into Citadel territory. Another keeper for Cole, and look at him go inside the 15.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think if you'd handed it off to Raj, it would have been a good play. They ran a little bit of a twist on the edge, forcing him to keep it off the read. And then his cutback ability, he's a great ball carrier. I like how decisive he was when he decided to run.
26 yards on the carry for Cole Payton there, and that would set up the first Bison touchdown of the year. Barika Penu into the end zone from 2 yards out.
Yeah, the good old-fashioned star play. I know there's former coaches here that would be proud that we ran that. It's good to see Barika pounded in there, and we set a short edge. And you know, our vertical leverage up front has to improve, meaning our pad level. But the guys' energy and their effort level up front was really good, both in the run game and in the pass game.
PAT by Eli Ozick was good. 10-0 Bison ensuing Citadel possession. Jack Giuliano with the play.
Yeah, really just a second effort play too, and that's kind of what Jack brings to the table.
2:38 to go in the half. Bison looking for more. A screen pass to DJ Scott got this one going.
Yeah, you know, and Coach Larson dialed that up at a good time. You know, 2:30, it's a little bit interesting. It's not like we want to put the gas down and just go, right, to potentially give that ball back to him. But then we got in this situation, and we were being pretty aggressive with the completion to Chris Harris.
Beautiful throw to Chris Harris, 20-plus yards again to move the sticks. And then Rajon Nelson taking flight. Full extension, perfectly placed by Cole, and it's a touchdown.
Not all great receivers or good receivers are good when they're fully laid out. We've seen Raj do this now 3 or 4 times in a short time, and he got a little bit dinged up there, was able to come back, and then I shut him down. But honestly, that throw and catch, you know, really did a lot for me confident-wise, just saying, okay, we've got a player here we can work with in the second half, and a guy we can continue to improve with the pass game. The 5 penalties are disappointing. You know, the jumps off sides are really demoralizing.
Yeah, that was the first half stats brought to you by Nodak Insurance Company. 17-0 Bison at the break in Charleston over the Citadel. Well, the Bison had the lead going into the second half. We'll get to our second half highlights after this timeout. NDSU trying to keep the shutout and getting multiple new players involved. That's all coming up next here on the Bison Football Show.
What does it mean to be a mutual bank? It means we don't have shareholders, and we focus on serving our customers and communities. As the region's only mutual bank, we offer flexible financing and fast local credit decisions for your business. Provide you peace of mind on closing day for your new home. And loan options to help you move forward when life hits you with the unexpected. Being a mutual bank isn't just how we're set up, it's how we show up. Every customer, every community, every day. Mutual makes the difference.
Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
These days, reliability means everything. And at Shields, we're always by your side for your biggest adventures and your everyday victories. With Shields Visa and Shields Visa Rewards, we're here to celebrate every milestone and help you do more of what you love, so you never go alone. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle, more of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Ding dong.
Mountain Dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain to lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Something's golden true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine, give me
Welcome back to the Bison Football Show, along with Coach Tim Polasek. I'm Sam Neidermann. Great to have you with us. We'll keep looking back at NDSU's game at the Citadel. 17-0 Bison at half. Second play of the second half, Coach. Ball's loose, and there's Logan Cobb.
Yeah, right on it. And, you know, Donovan had the first chance at it. I really like how he was aggressively trying to advance it. And I was hoping the Code Green could punch one in for a touchdown because they missed one earlier.
Logan almost had it here just at the 1-yard line, but the Bison would capitalize. 2 plays later, Barika for his second score.
Yeah, just again, you know, Barika's taking advantage of a good opportunity there. You know, good surge off the line and good play called by Dan.
Another stop for NDSU would be 24-0, and on the ensuing possession, Cole Payton and the receiving corps starting to find the groove. You saw Bryce Lance there, and here's Reese Kessel, his first career catch as a Bison.
Yeah, I'm glad he caught it, but the route was actually a thing of art. I mean, he squared up his man defender, looked right at him, straightened it, and then ran into the open zone in the deep third across the field. And Reese brings that kind of athleticism and ability to run.
A Fargo native, 31 yards for the first down. And here's a play we're going to take another look at earlier. Everybody's been talking about it, Coach.
Yeah, and up 24. I'm not sure the game's quite on the line, but that's his competitive spirit, you know, wanting to be competitive. But we got to be smart. We got to know when the journey's done. He's got a lot of quarterbacking to do this year, but we do want him to be aggressive and just be smart at the same time.
The hurdle by Cole Payton. It sets up NDSU down at the 1, and DJ Scott punches it in on the very next play. Coach, after the extra point, 31-0.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty good about things at this point. And then, you know, the Citadel probably does their best job of getting in and out of some tempo, really running some challenging schemes that made us do some adjustments right about this time. And I can say this, we had a lot of young kids out there, and one of the objectives was if we could get in this situation, let's play some young guys.
Yeah, Quentin Hayes, the Air Force transfer, engineering this drive for the Citadel, getting them down inside the 15, but NDSU on 4th down comes up with the big hold.
Yeah, if this game's any representation of how Logan Cobb's going to play this season, you know, that might be a fun year for the linebacker core. He played really fast, but the big thing about that play is everybody did their jobs. Getting knocked back, being in their gaps, and then freeing up the free player, and he made it.
43 was flying around. He had 1.5 tackles for loss, 7 tackles on the game, and the fumble recovery. So we fast forward to 11 minutes to play. Nathan Hayes in that quarterback on this drive.
Yeah, it was really critical to get him in the game and let him operate our offense. I mean, and we weren't going to not take advantage of 10 minutes to play and move this team forward. And Nathan was really crisp football fundamentally. You know, footwork, progression. I really liked the way he spun it and came out there and on the attack.
5 for 5, perfect for 71 yards. Finds Logan Conklin here on 2nd down at 8. Gets the first down inside the 20-yard line. And then on the next play, or 3rd down at 8, he's able to connect Isaiah St. Romain for his first touchdown.
Well, what's really cool about that, you know, congrats to the Williston kid, right? But what's really cool about that, there's several linemen that we were able to sub in. You know, the drive was going so well, we never got a break in the action, you know, to make a wholesale change. And so to get all those guys in and on Isaiah's first touchdown, they all got to celebrate together.
Yeah, a little hockey line changes as you go, and the Bison win it 38-0. The final shutout intact, 1-0 to start 2025. And, Coach, this was really neat afterwards, the Citadel alma mater and the retiring of the colors.
Well, I think our kids do a lot of little things people don't realize. And as a program, you know, there's more ways to impact a community or another school than just how you play. The thank yous that I got from generals and presidents of that university, you know, obviously we made the right decision, but that was for, you know, all the military out there representing and respecting their traditions. I thought it was really important that we did that. And our kids supported it 100%. It was an awesome experience for them, learning experience.
Yeah, it was a neat moment for sure. As our nation's colors were retired, the Citadel cadets all out on the field, and the Bison, of course, showing their respect. A final in Charleston, 38-0. After the game, our Nodak Insurance final stats. Take a look, Coach. What stands out to you here?
Cleaning up the penalties, number one, and then great balance. You know, if we can have that kind of balance on offense with 25 first downs, nearly 260 yards both ways, rushing and passing, that's phenomenal. That's the first thing. And then defensively, you know, just how they played in the first half and how they came out and set the tone. I mean, that's a good sign of a team that wants to play complementary football. I'm hopeful we can make some more noise in the special team game, you know, in the next challenge, in the next matchup for sure, because we had the one kick return, but we didn't really do anything on punt return or with any block schemes.
After the game, we had our Nodak Insurance Player of the Game, Cole Payton.
Game 1 of the season is under your belt. How did this one feel?
It was just super exciting. Yeah, I mean, there was a few other guys that had their first starts and just a couple first touchdowns too for guys. So it's just super excited and proud of the guys. But there's still more work to be done. So.
Describe what it was like going from the first quarter completely wet to the second quarter, and you're finally able to throw the football again. What was that like?
Yeah, those first couple drives were pretty wet, but no excuses like rain, snow, sun, or shine. We got to make those plays. And I wish I had those back, and we'll get coached up and get better at it. But yeah, no excuses. It was soaking wet in those first couple drives, but it is what it is. We got to make those plays.
Did it feel different once the rain went away? It looked like you guys were ready to rock and roll after that.
It definitely helped, you know, in the pass game. Yeah, we were able to go more under center too as well. But no, for sure, once the rain cleared out a little bit, we were able to rip it around a little better. So
I got to ask you about the hurdle. I believe it was in the second half. What was going through your head there?
I mean, I just kind of instincts. Yeah, I guess, you know, DBs are always known for, you know, hitting low, diving at our ankles, and I just kind of took advantage of that opportunity. Wish I scored, but, yeah, that was a fun play.
There you go, Coach Cole Payton, our Nodak Insurance Player of the Game at his first career start. How did you see him get more comfortable as the game went on?
You know, being around Cole, the one thing I'll say to the fans is this is never going to be about a lack of preparation. You know, and so to see him go out and capitalize on all the hard work, the extra work, he's put in 3 hours today already on the next opponent. And we've got guys come up there and watch their plays and watch the game from before, and Cole just dives in right away on our next thing. And so I thought he played great. I thought he's had his best 4 or 5 practices, you know, leading up, coming out of camp into the game, and that's pretty cool to see a guy get his first start. And okay, we really didn't miss a beat, right? 10 of 16 with 2 drops, 1 poor throw. Is something to build on. And I think those numbers probably would have been something like 18 to 22, 18 to 23 if we weren't playing in the rain in the first quarter.
No doubt about it. He was impressive all over, and he was just talking about it there, so we're going to take another look. Our Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota carry of the game. Stay a play ahead of your health when you carry blue. Find out at bcbsnd.com. Coach, it's the hurdle. Obviously, we talked about it a moment ago, but how about the athleticism?
Well, the athleticism is unbelievable. Cole's one of our top 2 or 3 most explosive athletes. This guy is 6'3", 239 pounds, 39-inch vertical leap. But the part that I enjoy about all this is how decisive he was to say, okay, I don't like that throw. I don't like that throw. It's time to make yards. You know, he provided a real spark. You know, anytime you get 9 plays over 20 yards, you're going to have a real chance to handle your opponent. And our goal is 5, so to be +4 in that category in game 1 and Cole being at the point of attack on most of those, it's a good start. We need to stay humble and hungry.
Rushed for 100 yards in the game, and he's got our Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota carry of the game. All right, we'll take another timeout. When we come back, it's our Olaf Anderson feature, chatting with Bison corner Jaylen Duffy.
A better way of life is better days off and better nights in. Better hellos and better goodbyes. With locally approved, financed, and serviced home loans, Gate City Bank makes buying a home simple. Welcome home. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life. These days, reliability means everything. And at Shields, we're always by your side. For your biggest adventures and your everyday victories. With Shields Visa and Shields Visa Rewards, we're here to celebrate every milestone.
and help you do more of what you love, so you never go alone. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome back to the Bison Football Show. Along with Coach Tim Polasek, I'm Sam Neidermann. And this week's Olaf Anderson feature, WDAY's Dom Izzo chats with Bison corner Jailen Duffie.
It's way different. My confidence is all the way up there, I'm not going to lie. I just think all the hard work I put in the summer, I'd finally get to show it to my fullest this year with being healthy and all that good stuff. That's my main focus, is staying healthy.
Let's talk about that, because I know you got to play, but you got the concussion, then you broke a bone in your finger. I mean, just how difficult was last year? Man, I'm getting a chance to play, and then I just can't stay on the field.
I mean, it was difficult, but at the same time, I think the mindset that I had, I was just so ready to get back out there on the field and stuff like that and just keep going. It wasn't like I wasn't really trying to recover myself, but now as the offseason came, like I've been doing everything I can to make sure, like, when the season does come, I'm not having those issues and stuff like that.
Scheckelman will go over the middle, tipped away. Nicely done by Jaylen Duffy.
To have that experience, how much has that helped now for fall camp when things started here this summer?
It's helped a lot. It helps me play faster on the field. It helps me be able to speak more with the younger classmen, help out the younger classmen, even when we're on the field with the ones and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I just think like everyone's playing so much more faster than we were.
Jaylen Duffie, the Waukegan, Illinois native coach, back for another year with the Bison.
Yeah, in the 21 months I've known him, I think he's had his best stretch of 6 months. He's been competitive. His spirit is good. He's leading. We added him to the leadership council. And so he's one of the guys that you're rooting for that can stay healthy, like he mentioned, because he's a dynamite player.
Cannot wait to see what he does this season. All right, we'll take one more break here on the Bison Football Show. When we return, we're previewing this week's opponent, Tennessee State Tigers.
What does it mean to be a mutual bank? It means we don't have shareholders, and we focus on serving our customers and communities. As the region's only mutual bank, we're here to help. Whether you're growing a business, financing the unexpected, or buying your new home. Every customer, every community, every day. Mutual makes the difference.
Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
These days, reliability means everything. And at Shields, we're always by your side. For your biggest adventures and your everyday victories. With Shields Visa and Shields Visa Rewards, we're here to celebrate every milestone and help you do more of what you love, so you never go alone. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Life is full of beautiful moments. Adventure, fun, excitement, and sometimes the unexpected can happen. With Nodak Insurance, you can keep doing what you do, Use our technology to file claims quickly online, on your phone, or lean on our award-winning service team so you can get back to what matters. Living life uninterrupted. Nodak Insurance. Agents with answers.
Alrighty, wrapping things up here on the Bison Football Show. It'll be NDSU against Tennessee State live in Nashville. 1:30 kickoff at Nissan Stadium, home of the Tennessee Titans. Cannot wait as this two-game road trip to begin the season continues, Coach. It's going to be awesome to be down there in Nashville. What are your thoughts on the Tigers' first impressions?
Well, Eddie George got this program headed in the right direction. They've had some turnover with their staff, but the one thing watching their first game, offensively, they're really tight with concept and scheme that's going to challenge you. It's an RPO, play-action-based offense, and the quarterback, was impressive. We only have one game of footage, but they hit 250-yard-plus touchdown runs, and the thing I do believe is that they're going to challenge our eyes, our eye discipline, and then our fundamentals got to be on point in our effort to get these guys to the ground has to be extraordinary. How about on the defensive side? What do they feature? I had fun watching, the game from last week. It's interesting that, their defensive coordinator's a highly successful guy. Coach Williams was with the Raiders, with the Saints, I believe, had a lot of success. And, you see a lot of NFL personality, much like Colorado last year. A lot of cover one, a lot of big boxes. They're going to make, you beat them outside, potentially throwing it up. And so we'll see how those matchups go down for us. But I think it's critical that we do block the point of attack very well. They've got some big guys up front. And I want to challenge our offense to see, can we get their number twos, D-line out there? Can we wear them down a little bit? Not necessarily just running it, but can we get deep into their depth chart? Because they play the same guys a lot.
Excited to get Bison Nation down to Nashville as well. It'll be awesome. Well, Coach, really appreciate you taking the time as always. We'll see you next Sunday, and good luck in Nashville this week. Yeah, we'll see you down at the Holiday Inn, and go Bison. Go Bison indeed. For Coach Polasek, I'm Sam Neidermann, and the rest of our terrific crew. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks so much for tuning in. Go Bison, and we'll talk to you next time.
Today's Bison Football Show with Coach Tim Polasek has been presented by Gate City Bank, for a better way of life, and Pepsi.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.